Hello everyone, this is comrade-Sirius and, well, this is episode 73. And we got a lot of things to do. You're looking at a Farbat city. And I don't think we're gonna open it today, but we're definitely close to it. Few changes. The first one, well, it would be nice to actually for this guy to be able to load some stuff if they need it. Preferably all those, small things like chemicals and plastics. Well, we do not need much, just not assign it, and that's all. First, what I would need for them to keep is alcohol and food storage. Cool. So, yeah, these two please keep. 30% is alright, or at least feels like it's alright. So hopefully it will be. And we can continue a little with what we have. Looks like some traffic rules needs to be enforced, so well, that's what we will do, at least on the main one. Well, trams do have right of way, so they don't always slow down and stop. This is hideous. Need to write Peter about it. No. Yeah, this is the city part. Now I want 1 and 3 to be main roads. The others to give way. Exactly. Good. Let's kinda set up. Do we miss some? Yeah. We missed this. Okay, what do we need? To be able to invite people to the city, we need few things to get built. So hopefully they will get. And well, Brandywine City will have something to say about it. Yeah, they've already finished most of it anyway, so that's already perfect. Okay. Yeah, you can do the water tower as well, I don't care. Well, maybe start on those electric substations. Okay, so we got a shop. We got a shop supplied. We got meat. We got alcohol. We don't have anything else. We have, by the way, we have ambulances. We are not having drinking water, which, yes, these guys should definitely supply the water treatment plant. And that water treatment is not having water yet. Yeah. Because reasons. How it's looking, doesn't matter. High priority, low priority. We do not need to. 8 work days. Let them finish it. But speaking of which, these two should have been basically done quite soon. I can even say, especially on the higher speed. And I'll slow the game down a bit because it feels like it should be slowed down. I've managed to click on House of Culture, so they will have a culture. They will have a sport hall. They should have a kindergarten. It's not having them. Small basketball court, definitely. Looks like some unfinished footpath, so yeah, please finish it. We do not need much, maybe 5 people. In worst case, they will do it in 2 runs. And if you press floor 5 then you see how many things need attention of local people. Not much, but definitely some. But I think what we should do is to start on some houses. Maybe these two and maybe this one as well. This one will get a low priority, these two will have a little higher. So everything is fine. Or is it? There might be argument that it's not alright. Mainly due to a few reasons. We currently do not have, if I remember, yeah, and I do remember, we currently do not have a place to drop off waste. Because we are supplying stuff inside, but we are not taking it away. That's an easy solution though, because, well, an easy solution. There is a Brandywine and it has its own incinerator, but here is, or will be, and looks like it will need to be a bit earlier than I wanted to. But it definitely seems like there will need to be some. Oh, let's make this connection before rails are even here. We will need the incinerator and these transfer containers. Well, that's definitely not enough. We are not having any technical offices in this area as well, as far as I remember, which is definitely something we will need to build anyway. So maybe plan it right away. It's probably not a bad idea before I forgot anyway. I will go for big ones because nothing small makes sense. I have no idea where to park them. Because, well, the biggest polluter, biggest producer of waste will be these two guys, so probably somewhere closer to here is alright. Even this location would be great, but I want to keep some of those spaces away, so, well, maybe fill some of these holes. It's a good thing with terrain smooth. I don't know if it's a hole or a hill, but this one will definitely help. Yep. And that's where we are. Great. Technical services are in action. That's alright. We have lost some money these months. You can see there's a lot of imports. Mostly will be probably not this one, but these ones. Mostly will be probably steel. Yeah, 200 tons of steel, and we have not even started on this thing. We probably should. What we can do is, well, this one needs to be done first so we can start the city. But as you can see, almost all, besides this small one, almost all rails are done. This one, please do it with a little higher priority, if you wouldn't mind. We definitely can, at least for now, send some trams that are parked here, and some of them are going to be manufactured as well. We can send them to our railroad depot, and to be fair, I would much rather push these hopper cars as the next thing to be manufactured. We can even raise this count, because as long as we have a lot of people It's alright. Can I be more... Can I be like better? Yeah. Railway production line. Go. I don't want to send it one by one. Because even with this it will be quite a long journey. I don't need these two anymore. Well, at least not now. We can effectively cannibalize on brandy wine. What we do have almost is this aggregate storage done. Can I maybe put it to a high priority? Because it's a coal loading. And with coal loading we would be able to move coal. Unloading, which in turn means... What am I waiting for? Oh, for these rails. Because, guess what? Nobody put signals down here. Well, my bad. Go home. Should I put signals here? Probably should. Like these two and these two. I will let it be built. Because otherwise it's pretty stupid notify me when you're done. So then they can continue. There'll be more fields down there. We are slowly losing our big pile of fabric. Which is okay, it's okay, I guess. We need those chemicals. The sad thing is I cannot export it. I have a lot of... You can, if you were ever wondering how much you have, is the economy and trade, and somewhere you have it. Yeah, current prices, it's domestic. What there is vehicles and buildings, containers. This is vehicles. Well, I don't see where it is if I... Questions and answers, no. This is vehicles and buildings, but there is somewhere... Yeah, your statistic, resource status. Here it is. And if you look at all map, we get over 1 million in clothing, almost 2 million, and in fabric it's much less because we stopped manufacturing. But it's almost worth 2 million of rubles, and I cannot export that shit. Well, I mean, we are okay. Because we do produce it ourselves, which is kind of a point, but it will be a fun switch in terms of, you know, supplying ourselves. Oh, by the way, this is the import-export, yeah. You don't need to cannibalize. Well, it's much easier now. Don't overdo it. It's not worth it. But trams are leaving. It's a long line of trams. That's a fucking long line of trams. Yep. We can supply these instead of buses. 13 of them, and yeah, we're making hopper cars now. This is alright. By the way, this train will go to... Well, they cannot go to the waypoint. They can go to... They can go to the loading station. Yep, trams have definitely went out. Because I will need to switch it down here. I made a classic mistake of not having these two buildings in one line. It will make it quite annoying to do combinations like these. It would be much better to have a loop going all the way around. But that's not what it is. Turn around, rehome. There's a crossover, so they should definitely get there. And we start setting up this guy. This will be RDO Braslav. And for now it will do basically everything I will tell it to. At the top will be customs. And yes, you can unload cement. And you will come here and load if there is at least, how much? 70%? Yeah, 70%. How big is the train? 730. Like 50% is probably enough, but let's keep there something. Hope they will be able to go around. But now they should, because they will need to rotate all the way. Direct line would be better, but well, you cannot have everything. By the way, there should be a way to get fuel into that office, so please do it. And yeah, we have some free tasks down here, so you're not in immediate danger running out of space in these two buildings. So I have no idea how are we on with fuel these days. And it's good, they have managed to turn around. Yeah, because they won't send longer train. Okay, just a precaution. Setting for now, for what you do, at least 3 wagons. So not going with this one. How much? 47,000, not bad. We're running out of money. We are heavily running out of money. What is it? Steel? Electronics? Steel. Yeah. It's a steel. Construction finished. Yeah. So put the signal there. Thank you very much. To be fair, well, finish that segment. Don't do the next one because it's definitely not needed. I got an epidemic. In fact, many citizens, our hospitals need to be prepared. Quite a big capacity. I think we'll be alright. But we have those trams, so let's put them into action. It seems. Let's do it. We are going to set up a line. I will number it because it's easy to remember what you're doing. And I'm not using this end station right now. What I will do is... Well, let's start from where it makes sense. They can reach here. Downtown end station. Do I want coupling right away? I think we can do it. We won't have many trams, but we have at least some in this fashion, so let's be prepared. So now we will go to the end station, to the downtown. Then you'll go Prison Island, that's how it's named. You can load anyone, it doesn't matter because you're going in this direction. Then you'll go over the bridge. Well, we can let it shine. And here you probably won't load, but you're going to unload. And I don't know how much, but for now, let's say 40% of people, 50. The problem is we don't have many people. Well, there are not many people waiting there, but how many people are waiting on the bus station? 120. The train can take 170. So yeah, we'll go for 30% at the moment. From Prison Island, you will get to heating plant, Imperial heating plant, or future TV station. This is probably not ideal, but they won't walk basically anywhere from there. Then it's the Pine Creek. Unloading workers. Sure, at this point we can unload workers. But in Pine Creek you do not load workers. Because the line is going to end at this station, so no workers are required to be transported. The same will go for downtown. Yeah, this is the downtown. Again, well, there'll be no loading of anyone because that will be on the unload station. And tripod, I just name it. This one, if you have a better idea for a name, sure, go for it. And the bridge is set to not be constructed. You can see it with stops. So then we're going again. Unload, load, no problem. Here we will go to not unload workers. Just a preparation for the future times. Because we do not want it. If there will be people here that will already hop on, don't unload workers. Here though, you can definitely unload anyone. Because those are workplaces. Same here, you can unload 100%. Why not? And there are no more stops. No, please load no one because that's the last stop. Unload everyone. And well, don't put it there because that would make it wise. And that's it. Copy to another vehicle. We'll go with 2. And now we are going to see our first tram. Our first tram is leaving. It's not yet in its natural habitat. So here you're seeing a long tram getting lost of its natural habitat. And it's good. And it's going wild, but it will soon find friends and will soon find its purpose in life. Which, by the way, yeah, it's nice to have. It would be better to send all of those out so it will find its friends. We don't need a depot then. You can see them in the background. I do like using trams. By the way, you can run trams normally on these tracks, on standard tracks. It has upside and downside. Upside is that on normal train tracks, they can turn in stations immediately backwards. Which is alright. It's useful, can be done quite easily. To be fair, on road they can use quite tight turns, as trams usually do, so no big deal with it. The disadvantage is, obviously, besides building such tracks, it takes time. The big disadvantage is when you're having such thing in the city, it's a constant ringing noise, like a big ringing noise, and it's definitely something I do not like and do not want. So that's about it. By the way, we would need to service our trams, but they will be able to reach the depot, and yeah, that's the repair station. Okay, let's assemble a few of these. They are ready to hop in when it will be needed. And by the way, there should be a bus line with 3 buses. Not this one, but this. Okay. Not 3 buses. 2 buses. 2 lines. Okay. What is it? Wow. That's a lot of workers. By the way, yeah, workers can come waiting for this on the station as well. Okay, we do not need this line. Probably never. Bus and station large. Yeah. No bus, no end station. Get out. Same for the station there right now. Might be. You're not carrying anyone, so go away. And this one is going into train factory, so that's perfect. But this is the original line that were going to the train factory. Just to make sure those trams do not overdo it, let's minimize this to 120 workers. Okay. Okay, you're here. I'm not waiting for it. Sorry. Get out. Then there's another bus. And this is the one I was supposed to change. Yeah. So we are not doing it. Train factory is running. Tarbart Center, they are running. Okay. But you will not be running anymore. I don't want you to be... Yeah. What's this one? No, this is one for clothing. Go to the next stop. Thank you. That was... Oh, it's this one, right? Well, you know what? You're the only one on the line. After Tarbart Central, just come and get parked. It's much easier to do it this way. And yes, having the game paused probably didn't help. What I did, and it was some time ago, like maybe an hour ago, was this part, and I raised the terrain. There it was a hill, like it was not a big mountain, but it was a hill. I terraformed it to be able to place the sewage treatment. Yes, I know we technically do not need it. I do want it, and I told it last time. And I decided to not do it all behind your back. This was the basic trick with... And now I have the train track. Oh, now I have those trains all on my back. Yeah, some got stuck, so I'm sorry, but that's how it is. What I did was to raise the plateau. And now, few tricks to do. What I want is, this is a highway, I want a highway crossing in this general area, just to go over and be able to get in faster. That's one thing. And the other thing, I want it to be cross here. And as you can see, it's angled a bit. So what I will do is that I will basically just put a bridge over it. It will be a prefab concrete bridge. You can have prefab or concrete, but concrete is better because concrete plant is closer. Now, what I will do is I don't want the bridge to be this long. So I will start on this side and just end the bridge right here, right at the end. Now I will remove this part and we'll do it again. This is not ideal. What you can do in these situations is raise the terrain a bit if it helps, which it won't at the moment because, yeah, there's too many things already built. So we can do few steps backwards and just make it a little wider. In a futile attempt, it will help, and then you can go with, then you can do it all again. One bridge, second bridge, slightly further away because that's how it looks. That's how it looks better. So the other one has reserve. Take them from the same side. It doesn't matter because the road under it is already placed. So, and it's diagonal. So that's how it will look. And this is it. If this won't look good, you can slightly, or very slightly use cheat to take it lower, but this is not what we're needing right now. Here will be another highway crossing because, yeah, here you can see this is uranium part, uranium mountains. So we'll need to have some area present. I don't know how I will do it with trams, because they are ending here. Well, we'll figure out. We can have another city here in Ergion. Probably we need it because Tarbat will probably be too small for accommodating everything. Though, you know, trams are pretty powerful, so we might find out that it's absolutely okay, and we might decide otherwise. So, those are bridges. Now, let's do a simple trumpet junction. This is not a good place to start, because what I want is to connect these roads together. It's looking okay. It will never be completely flat. It's impossible to do in this game, so we'll make do with what we can. Now, yes, it all goes down from here, but I managed to squeeze some, you know, wider part, wider angles to this. So that's where we will cut from, and again on the other side, this is where we will separate from. Too far away probably. I don't want to do it before this thing hits. This is a classic example of of a highway problem. You want a bridge, you want to get over this thing, preferably, you know, with a bridge as well. And you need to figure it out. There are a few ways. One of them you can see here in Hobbiton. There is a highway cross. It's a pretty big highway cross, to be honest. And they probably can finish it if they want. I will allow them. And this is a trumpet. You have two lines. One of them is going on the bridge and turns around. And the outer sides are going inside. It's a pretty small junction. It's using one bridge. It's quite okay. You can also have other type, and that would be with two bridges. It's called a pair. And it would basically mean it will just go, you know, all the way around, like with one bridge. It would go inside and backwards. Well, they are not going inside. Then you will have two lanes, because you would have one bridge going up and connecting inside, and the other one will go out, over, and going backwards. There's a little problem, because you cannot go in this game. There is no option to simply build bridges. Okay, we'll look into it later. But there's no option to build bridges, you know, with junctions on them. So if you have a bridge down here, you need to have a crossing on them. I don't know if I'm explaining it well. Let's stop talking. Well, let's look into this. And there has been train that was unloading. I understand. Okay. We are not in need. Well, what I can do here is basically have one bridge that will go out and cross to here, somewhere here, and then have the other basically going over each other like a triangle, and then, you know, taking care of this. Though it's not great, it won't work well. I will probably settle for a trumpet of sort. Though those rails are pretty annoying. Yeah. You can probably tell right away. To be fair, we can have everything we want. Or we can utilize a bridge. So that's what we're going to build. For those who are not interested in me building highway junctions, so, well, goodbye for this episode, because probably nothing else will happen. I'm pretty sure nothing else will happen. But those who want to see, you can take a look. Just to be sure, use mud roads to protect your rails, so you don't need to terraform them back later. And this is a place where we want to start. Also, Corso will help. This is 18 meters, so we need something like probably 28. 10 meters are okay. Same on the other side, on the outer side. Yeah, the water is here. Water is all right. We are not going into it. Well, take it as a tutorial or an inspiration. Up to you. I'm not judging. I'm dragging from one side to the other, so it's basically big enough. And now there is a question: what type are we doing? Because if it's a trumpet, then it's pretty easy to just take a bridge over and roll it down, and it will be absolutely simple to use. Probably what I'm doing. Or there's no or, it's just nothing else makes sense. Let's go for the simplest thing you can. That's also a pretty okay approach if you're a highway engineer. Make it as simple as possible. This is deliberate. I'm deliberately raising this thing up. Having multiple excavators surely helps. Not gonna lie. Yeah, close it down so it stays. Now for the other side, you can raise the terrain a bit, but not too much. And I made it at a wrong spot. What we will want to have is to have an extra road. It will be a one-way afterwards, but I want a bigger leeway because it will get overfilled anyway a bit. Okay, this feels alright. So, same height. No, this is not the same height, this is the same height. Now, I told you I removed some hill that was here. Well, next to it. So we have a lot of terrain. There are some rules in the Husák challenge, and it's like you cannot terraform a mountain to a flat. Like these ones, it would take a long time. But in general, you just cannot get everything. Like for example, these. It's not okay to just go and like say, well, 21. Okay, I want 20, and just go bulldoze everything on this plane to that. If you want a flat land, just going, okay, this is 80, so down there it's like 40. So if you want a flat area, this is 49. Sure, this is 20. It's even bigger. So you'll just go, okay, let's raise it to 40, and you would just take these hills and make them down and do a flat land of 40. It's not great. Well, have some respect for mappers, but if you need to, this is okay, okay-ish. Same would go for this piece. If you want to have it flat, just don't do it at 2 meters. Do it at, I don't know, it's like 30, so maybe like 15, whatever. Yeah, but do it nice. Do it nicely. Back to our crossroad. Yeah, a little bit of smoothing. That's why we're here. This also could utilize some ramps going out here. Don't worry. Well, we will work with it pretty well. Okay, and now we're ready for the trumpet to really begin. Okay, one road. One road is this oncoming line. And yes, we can make it like this, but that's hideous. So F4 out, view from up, holding left shift, and this is first part, this is a second part, and now F4 again up, again, and this is the third part. You see the difference between these and these? I think you see. This is a magic. This is a magic trick, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I really love it. Okay, here we'll have a really small way, a really small road, so we can aim the bridge down there. We do not need the bridge right now, but we needed a curved road to start with. And this is where our ways will divide. Here you need to have F4 or the snapping turn on, because if it won't, it will just start from the middle. That's what you don't want. What you want is have it better. So you basically are going down with it. That's why we have been smoothing a lot, because then it's impossible to do. But you can see it's quite a nice drive on, acceleration, and out. Pretty easy, right? Looks so. Okay, these guys are going out. Now what we'll do is we are going to use and aim this bit a little. We can even make it tighter a bit. Well, it doesn't matter. Let's make it more grandiose than absolutely needed. At this point, you can turn the thing around. I thought we can do it all. We can. That's great. And the same thing again, but from the opposite side. Deceleration part, like this. F4, left shift, get closer, get even closer, F4, and get on. If it's not liking you, turn off F4 again, and get closer, and then you can see it did connect to one piece. If it didn't, you sometimes can join it, sometimes cannot, but it doesn't matter. It will be two pieces. Simple as that. Brutally effective and really good looking after getting built. Okay, so this is done. This will be an asphalt road, obviously. We are not having anything under this bridge, so we are going with concrete bridge over the whole thing, over the whole highway. And now we need a way. To build yet another bridge over there. Which we'll do. But more importantly, we'll have two bridges at this moment. So this will be a sort of helping road. Not much, to be honest. We will need to start from the other side. A quick hack. Have a road. Because there will be two roads. So slightly wider. Get it down. If you want a smoother curve, you can have it. For example, like this. I turned it deliberately. Then just go inner, out, the same for this piece. And now the opposite side. Slowly raise it out. It's not a problem. Not a problem at all. This is a bit we probably will not need. We can still leave it there. It's not a big problem. And to be fair, it can be held on this side as a service road under the hill. So we can keep it. Nothing against it. This one will not be here. But we need something to hold the terrain on. Once it's down like this, pick a smooth, because these are pretty messy if you build a road on it. Pick a terrain smooth with nice, you know, brush. And yeah, it's not too great, obviously. You can even try better. It's a sort of tutorial, so okay, I will try better. I will make it more fun. With the terrain smooth, you can do it more perpendicular to what you're already doing. So now it should be more even. Yeah, it is. So that's what we are aiming for. And now for those bridges. Again, concrete bridge. And I'm trying to aim it so those parts do end. So this middle ends down here. Now I need to unattach it, obviously. I would need to make the radius smaller, and I can probably take this bit out so it can place pillars down there. This one is too over. This one is the best. Yeah, it looks good. So this is the second bridge. They will be one-way bridges. Obviously not now, because we will be able to build them. But now the last part. You can see we have a big flat area up here. We do not need a big flat area. We need a way to get a single road, basically like this, up there. And yeah, that's what this tool is for. Yeah, terrain smooth. And now it's more or less as a children's house, right? One-lane roads. This is the first one-lane road. This is the second one-lane road. This is a third one. So it's sort of a crossroad. And it will go all the way down here. You can even make it look slightly better. It would be much better if there would be a space between all this. Well, I think it looks pretty okay. And now the same part for, you know, these two oncoming lines. These were just markers that we, to be fair, haven't used at all. So F4, turn it in. F4 with shift, and F4 to get it on. Good enough. Now the other side. Yeah, this is it. A little bit straight. F4 to turn it off. slightly bent. Second piece bent in even more. Where does it even allow? We did get the purple next to it, and that's it. What it sometimes do is this bit, and it will not disappear, which is really annoying. Then basically need to start again. Sometimes, and that's sad, they appear just after the construction. And then it's up to you if you can live with it or not. You can still drag the... What the fuck? You can still drag the texture under it. So it's not too hideous, but it's still not great, and cars behave sometimes weirdly. Yeah, but in few tries you can get it there. And there you have it. So that's about it. I kinda do feel like we can let them build these guys. These two not, because I have no idea how well the highway crossroad will be after. So this will be gravel, this will be gravel, this one will be gravel as well. Same for this small bit, and these two can definitely be joined together. And that's it. Ah, these are our construction offices. After that's built, we'll use those guys. I almost wanted to say to do something useful, but well, it's not about being useful. It's about being able to terraform the uranium part. That, well, this bit had it was almost an hour long, so we'll keep it civil. I'll just say them to build the rest of those tram tracks. As you can see, the main bridge has been already built, so this one is kind of obsolete, but I will keep it there for, you know, bulldozers and all that kind of mechanisms, because for them it's still faster. So why the hell not? But thank you for keeping with me. This is a thumbnail, and it outlines really well how the crossroad will look like. And yeah, we need to connect it here. We need a connection, and I have no idea how the connection will look like, so I'm almost in temptation to do a small roundabout. It's quite easy. We'll just do a decent circle, which is not what I have just made. You can start from a direct line. You see where you want your middle. It's here, so you do almost 180. Then you start from the other side and just finish it. That's a roundabout. Now you delete this bit, and you look what you have just done. So yeah, this is probably a way to get on the roundabout from down here. So you'll do this, then you can erase point, because every road needs to have two different points. So yeah, that's basically what's happening down here. This is gonna be connected to this slot, so now erase this point and this point. And yes, there will be another 1 or 2 connections. Probably just one. Yep. It will be just one, but we will have a gas station around here. There's absolutely zero of everything in terms of networks, so I'm not afraid. It will get better, hopefully. Also, if you press F4, you can do things like these, but I will do that definitely after that is connected. So yeah, this is the rest of the roundabout, rest of those parts. It's pretty easy. I'm not building it right away, or well, to be fair, I am, because we have a lot of gravel. We can utilize it. They are still able to make enough, you know, cement and stuff. And we have our first false hopper wagon. Well, that's where we start tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, but well, the day after tomorrow. Well, have a nice day and goodbye. That's a good job.